In this lesson, I'll show you how to write complete ionic and net ionic equations. Let's start with question 1. Consider the following precipitation reaction occurring in aqueous solution. Write the complete ionic equation and net ionic equation for this reaction. These types of problems are not really hard. In fact, all you have to do is dissociate the ions making up each compound. Take, for example, strontium chloride. Here we have strontium, which is the cation, and we have 3 strontium cations, and strontium has a charge of 2+. So you write down 2+. Also write down its state. It's aqueous. Plus 6, notice that we have 3 times 2 chloride ions. Cl with a charge of 1 negative Aq. You have to do this for all of the compounds, except for the compound that's a precipitate, this one. So let's move on to this compound. We have plus 6, because 2 times 3 is 6. Lithium is 1+ charge, and it has a state of Aq for aqueous, plus our polyatomic ion phosphate. We have 1 phosphate ion times 2 gives us 2 phosphate PO4, 3 negative Aq. And this yields our solid strontium phosphate, which we won't dissociate, Sr3 bracket PO4 2, and that's a solid. This dissociates into 6 lithium ions plus 6 chloride ions. Once you've done this very important stage, you have to eliminate spectator ions. So take a look at the left side and the right side of this equation. We have these ions on the left side, and on the right side we have these ions, minus this precipitate. Lithium, found on both sides, dissociates. That's called a spectator ion, so we can cancel that out. We don't need to include that in our net ionic equation. Similarly, we have 6 chloride ions on the right side and 6 on the left side. This leaves us with 3 strontium ions, 2 phosphate ions, and our precipitate on the right side. So let's write that down. 3 Sr2+ Aq plus 2 phosphate ions. This produces strontium phosphate. And the equation you see in green represents your net ionic equation. If you'd like to see the answers to questions 2 and 3, make sure you watch part 2 of this series. We'll see you soon.